Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Glad you're with me, folks. Maxine Waters, Mad Max, we call her. She's going to be giving the rebuttal at the State of the Union. We got a ton to talk about, but that's what I want to focus on right now. Maxine Waters, James Brown. Yeah, hey, does it feel good? Yeah. Do it sound good? Yeah. Then it must be good. Huh. Hit it. Myself. Dun, 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 dun. Man, if Maxine Waters gave the State of the Union and came out in a glitter outfit and to the tune of some James Brown, man, I might even vote Democrat. No, I wouldn't do that. But I would come close, because that would be hysterical. Hey, baby. Maxine Waters going to give this. Okay, so Donald Trump, by the way, who practically gave a State of the Union in Davos, Switzerland. If you saw that performance by the president, man, it was awesome. Awesome. He practically gave, I'm just telling you, he did. It was like, America's doing this and America's growth. We've got great GDP. We're doing that. And then it was like, wow, 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 wow. I mean, every time you turn around, it was just more and more better news. Exciting. So, there are no surprises in the State of the Union. The only thing that the president could talk about in the State of the Union is getting into the swamp, getting rid of some of these swamp creatures, just all these investigations. He could say things like, soon the FBI investigation is going to wind down. It's going to go back and point its finger at the very people who requested the investigation. I predicted it. I did nothing. We've been forthcoming. We've released 1.4 million emails, text messages, blah, blah, blah. I saw something like that. It was 1.4 million or something. You couldn't be more forthcoming than Trump. Accessible. Yeah, what do we need? Who do you want to talk to? When I would do management consulting, I knew the companies who were going to really be able to get turned around. You want to know how? Because when you would say, all right, so these are the areas we're going to need to cover in order to get to the bottom of what's going on with your company, while you're, not getting the operational efficiencies you want or what have you, I'm going to need access to these executives, whatever. We're going to be out here for the better part of 3 months or whatever. Time limit, and I'm going to need all your executive team involved. And you know what the CEO would say? They're at your disposal. Absolutely. Now, that's easy because his butt's on the line. But what about the people? The CFO, the COO, the corporate marketing, etc. What about them? Well, did you get pushback? Because see, if you get pushback from them, you knew, okay, yeah, you're my problem. You're one of my areas. But when they would say, hey, fully cooperative, we want to be better. Kevin, if you know something that you can impart that's going to make my life more efficient and better, I'm all ears. Because see, consultants we're not the enemy. We're the enemy if you're doing a crappy job and you're trying to hide. Then we're kind of the enemy. Like if you don't really need your position, then yeah, we could be considered the enemy because we're going to let your company know, you're being redundant here. But that doesn't mean you have to leave. Just because there's a redundancy doesn't mean there's not a place for you. Now, if that redundancy, you knew about it and you were complicit, then yeah, you're going to be in some trouble. But generally speaking, I could tell where the problem was just in the body language of the people there. If you were to outline a problem and say, here's what we're thinking, and let's say it's in manufacturing. And if the manufacturing manager is like, well, everybody always wants to point the finger at manufacturing, then you go, okay, yep, this is definitely my problem area. But if the manufacturing person says, we're always interested in learning more about how, other people do this, how we could increase our efficiencies, things like that, you're good to go. And see, the left, they're not like that. They don't want to learn anything new. They don't want to understand why Donald Trump can take in a single year without the legacy good news of Barack Obama, inheriting all kinds of problems, inheriting racial problems, inheriting problems with crime, inheriting problems with companies that are running from America. I mean, sucking paper in their tornadic vortex, to leave this country because of the tax rate. And I could go on. All the egregious legislation that's being put in their face of them doing business, and President Trump on a dime says, and stops it. I mean, just pop, quick. Did I do that? He just stops it. And suddenly, boom, we're saving Carrier. Boom, we're bringing IBM back. Boom, Ford's not leaving. Boom, GM says they're building. That two Japanese manufacturers, Nissan and Honda, says, boom, we're building plants in America. Alibaba, SoftBank, all these companies coming back. Dow Chemical, U.S. Steel, you name it, coming back. Apple Computer and many others. Wells Fargo giving out bonuses and stuff. This did not happen in the era of Obama, and it never was going to. And the left know it. What can Maxine Waters, Mad Max, possibly say to the year that was and the year that will be? It's already starting to happen. What could that chick say? What leg does she have to stand on? But she's going to deliver the State of the Union for the left. And let me tell you what that signifies, people. The most desperate left on the planet. They got nothing. What is she going to say? Well, Donald Trump may have done a good job with black people and black people unemployment. That does not mean anything. What are you? I mean, what could she? I'm just curious. You tell me, what could she say? We'll learn later. We're going to learn tonight. What is Maxine Waters going to do? Trump's one of his most vocal critics. And do you think Maxine, I'm guessing, do the left believe that Maxine Waters is going to reach more black people? This is the worst gambit. I mean, outside of trying to make the Russians collusion between Donald Trump, this may be the second worst gambit of the Democrats, because the Russian collusion thing is gone. I mean, it's over. Oh, he obstructed justice. He might have wanted to fire Mueller. That was the next thing they did. He might have wanted to fire Mueller. That would have been obstruction of justice. Maybe had he done it, but no, even if he had done it, it is an obstruction of justice, but it's certainly not obstruction if he didn't do it. That's the level of desperation these clowns have. Wow. Maxine Waters. Good luck with that, Democrats. Black people are going to start loving Donald Trump. I'm going to give you some numbers. They're in trouble. We come back, we discuss that picture of Barack Obama. Not good.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.